In a moment that has rocked the NFL and sent shockwaves through the heart of Texas, the Dallas Cowboys are grappling with a loss so profound it's being called one of the most heartbreaking chapters in the franchise's storied history. The sudden and tragic passing of Cowboys icon, linebacker Sean Lee, at the age of 38, has left players, coaches, fans, and even rivals in a state of collective mourning. Known as the General to Cowboys Nation, Lee was more than a player, he was the embodiment of the grit, heart, and unyielding spirit that defines the Dallas Cowboys. As the news broke, a tidal wave of grief swept across the NFL, amplified by an outpouring of tributes from legends like Emmitt Smith and an unexpected, heartfelt statement from Kansas City Chiefs superstar Patrick Mahomes. This convergence of sorrow, honor, and unity has created a moment that transcends football, forcing everyone to confront not only the pain of loss, but the enduring legacy of a franchise that remains a cornerstone of the sport. The news of Sean Lee's passing hit early this morning, delivered in a somber statement from the Cowboys organization. Out of respect for the family's privacy, details remain limited, but the confirmation alone was enough to send fans into a tailspin of grief. Lee, a two-time Pro Bowler, was a warrior on the field, known for his relentless drive despite injuries that tested his resolve time and time again. He wasn't just a linebacker, he was a leader, a mentor, and a symbol of what it meant to wear the star on his helmet. His career was a testament to resilience, battling through setbacks that would have sidelined lesser men, always putting his teammates and the team first. For Cowboys fans, Lee wasn't just a player they cheered for, he was a reflection of their own struggles, their own determination, their own heart. It was Emmitt Smith, the NFL's all-time leading rusher, and a Cowboys legend in his own right, who first gave voice to the pain gripping the franchise. In a tear-soaked tribute posted to social media, Smith poured out his heart in a message that resonated far beyond Dallas. "My heart is shattered," he wrote. Sean Lee was more than a teammate. He was a brother, a warrior, a leader who never asked for praise, but gave everything he had every down, every snap, every moment. Cowboys fans didn't just cheer for Sean, they saw themselves in him. Today, we didn't just lose a Cowboy, we lost part of our soul. Those words landed like a thunderbolt, capturing the raw emotion of a fan base and a franchise in mourning. Within minutes, the NFL community responded. Former Cowboys stars like DeMarcus Ware and Tony Romo, current players like Dak Prescott and Micah Parsons, and countless others shared their own tributes, each one echoing Smith's sentiment. The hashtag Thank You Sean Lee began trending across every major platform, a digital testament to the impact of a man who played with quiet ferocity and unwavering loyalty. And then, in a moment that no one saw coming, Patrick Mahomes stepped into the conversation. The Kansas City Chiefs quarterback, a Texas native who grew up steeped in Cowboys culture, posted a message that stunned the football world with its sincerity and depth. "I didn't grow up in Dallas, but I grew up with the Cowboys," Mahomes wrote. From Emmitt to Dion to Sean Lee and beyond, that team represents more than football in Texas. It represents history, honor, and heart. Prayers up to the Cowboys family, and respect to every player who wears that star the right way. For Cowboys fans still reeling from the loss of Lee, Mahomes' words were a balm, a reminder that their pain was shared, that their team's legacy was recognized, even by one of the NFL's biggest stars on a rival team. The response was immediate and overwhelming. Social media exploded with fans praising Mahomes for his class, for setting aside rivalry to honor a man and a franchise that shaped the sport he loves. But Mahomes didn't stop there. Later that evening, during a media availability session at Chiefs' Otas in Kansas City, he expanded on his post, revealing a personal connection to Lee that added even more weight to his gesture. "I remember watching Sean Lee in college, and then seeing him put on that Cowboys jersey and play with so much fire," Mahomes told reporters. "He was the kind of player you respect, no matter what team you root for. Losing someone like that, it hits deep." I just wanted to show some love to the Cowboys and to his family." His words were picked up by every major sports network within the hour. ESPN's NFL Live ran a segment titled "Mahomes Honors a Cowboy," while Fox Sports proclaimed, "Rivalry paused. Mahomes' tribute breaks boundaries." Analysts across the board lauded Mahomes for his maturity, for recognizing the bigger picture in a moment of grief. For Cowboys fans, it wasn't just about Mahomes' words. It was about the fact that the rest of the NFL felt their pain, that they saw the greatness in a player like Sean Lee, who never sought the spotlight but earned every ounce of respect he received. The Cowboys organization, meanwhile, is already moving to honor Lee in a way that befits his legacy. Sources inside the front office confirm that owner Jerry Jones has ordered a full-scale memorial service at a TNT stadium, open to the public, where Lee will be celebrated not just as a football player, but as a symbol of everything the Cowboys stand for. "He was the glue," head coach Mike McCarthy said in an emotional statement. "There are stars, and then there are guys who hold the stars together. Sean Lee was that guy." Plans are underway to retire Lee's jersey number 50 during a primetime home game this fall, a rare honor that underscores the depth of his impact. The team is also discussing the creation of the Sean Lee Leadership Award, to be given annually to the player who best embodies toughness, humility, and a team-first mentality. For a franchise with a history as rich as Dallas's, these gestures carry enormous weight, signaling that Lee's legacy will be etched into the very fabric of the organization. Current Cowboys linebacker Micah Parsons, who often referred to Lee as his mentor, took to social media with a raw, emotional video that quickly went viral. "Everything I am as a Cowboy started with him," Parsons said, his voice breaking. "He showed me what it meant to earn the star. I'm going to carry it for him now." The clip, viewed millions of times within hours, captured the raw emotion of a young star grappling with the loss of his guiding light. Parsons' words resonated deeply with fans, who saw in him the same fire and dedication that Lee brought to the field every week. It was a reminder that Lee's influence wasn't just felt in the games he played, but in the players he inspired, the culture he helped build, and the standard he set for what it means to be a Cowboy. This moment, this collision of heartbreak, honor, and unity, has created something rare in professional sports, a season-altering emotional anchor. The Cowboys, a team that has often struggled under the weight of its own storied history, now find themselves bound by something deeper than X's and O's. They are playing, from this moment forward, for Sean Lee. In his tribute, Emmitt Smith closed with words that have already become a rallying cry for the team and its fans. "We don't mourn without remembering. We don't remember without fighting. And we don't wear that star unless we're ready to carry the burden of greatness." Sean did. Now it's our turn. Those words have ignited a fire in Cowboys Nation, a sense of purpose that transcends wins and losses. Fans are already gearing up for what promises to be one of the most emotionally charged home openers in recent memory. Lee's family is expected to participate in pre-game ceremonies, and team insiders confirm that a video tribute and moment of silence are being finalized, with more honors planned throughout the season. The outpouring of support hasn't been limited to Dallas. Across the NFL, players, coaches, and executives have shared their own stories of Sean Lee, his leadership, his tenacity, his quiet strength. Former teammates recounted moments in the locker room where Lee's words lifted them up, pushed them forward, or reminded them what it meant to play for the Cowboys. Opponents spoke of the respect they had for him, the way he played the game with an intensity that demanded admiration. Even fans of rival teams, from the Philadelphia Eagles to the New York Giants, have joined in the tributes, setting aside decades of animosity to honor a man who represented the best of the sport. It's a rare thing in the NFL, where rivalries run deep and loyalties are fierce, to see such a universal show of respect. But Sean Lee was a rare player, one who earned it through every tackle, every sacrifice, every moment he gave to the game. For Cowboys fans, this loss feels personal. Cian Lee wasn't a larger-than-life superstar in the way some players are. He was relatable, human, a man who fought through pain and adversity to leave everything on the field. Fans saw themselves in him, their struggles, their resilience, their refusal to give up. His passing has left a void, but it's also sparked a renewed sense of purpose. Social media is awash with stories from fans who met Lee at training camps, at charity events, or even just in passing, each one describing a man who was as genuine off the field as he was fierce on it. One fan recounted a moment at a team event where Lee spent extra time talking to a young boy wearing his jersey, making sure the kid felt seen and valued. Another shared a photo of Lee signing autographs long after practice had ended, his smile as bright as the Texas sun. These stories, small as they may seem, paint a picture of a man who understood the weight of the star he wore and carried it with grace. The Cowboys organization is moving quickly to ensure that Lee's legacy is honored in every way possible. Beyond the memorial service and jersey retirement, there are discussions about permanent tributes at a T&T stadium, a plaque, a statue, or perhaps a section of the facility dedicated to his memory. The team is also exploring ways to support Lee's family, with reports that a foundation in his name may be established to continue his work in the community. Lee was known for his quiet philanthropy, often working behind the scenes to support causes close to his heart, from youth sports programs to veterans initiatives. The Cowboys want to ensure that his impact off the field is remembered just as vividly as his contributions on it. As the team prepares for the upcoming season, there's a palpable sense that this year will be different. The Cowboys have long been a team burdened by expectations, their history of success, both a blessing and a curse. Every season, fans and analysts alike demand a return to the glory days of the 90s, when Super Bowls were a regular occurrence and the star shone brighter than ever. But this year, the stakes feel higher. The players aren't just playing for a playoff spot or a championship, they're playing for Cian Lee. They're playing to honor a man who gave everything to the team, who showed them what it means to be a Cowboy. Dak Prescott, the team's quarterback and emotional leader, spoke at a press conference this afternoon, his voice steady but heavy with emotion. Cian was the heart of this team, he said. He didn't just talk about what it meant to be a Cowboy, lived it. Every day. We're going to carry that with us, every game, every play. The NFL, too, is feeling the weight of this moment. Commissioners, analysts, and even casual fans have noted how rare it is for a single player's passing to resonate so deeply across the league. Cian Lee wasn't a household name like Tom Brady or Aaron Rodgers, but his impact was undeniable. He was the kind of player who made everyone around him better, who elevated the game through his work ethic and his leadership. His loss has reminded the NFL community of the fragility of life, of the bonds that tie players and fans together, and of the power of a game that can bring people together in moments of joy and sorrow alike. Patrick Mahomes' tribute, in particular, has become a focal point of this story. For a player of his stature, a two-time MVP, a Super Bowl champion, and the face of a rival franchise to speak so openly about his respect for the Cowboys and for Cian Lee is a testament to the universal appeal of both the man and the team. Mahomes' Texas roots give his words added weight. He grew up watching the Cowboys, idolizing players like Emmitt Smith and Deion Sanders, and he understands what the team means to the state and to the sport. His decision to speak out unprompted in the midst of a busy offseason shows a level of empathy and perspective that has only deepened his reputation as one of the NFL's true leaders. As the Cowboys prepare to honor Lee in the coming weeks and months, the focus is shifting from grief to legacy. The memorial service at a T&T stadium is expected to draw thousands of fans, a sea of blue and silver coming together to celebrate a man who gave them so much. The pre-game ceremonies for the home opener are already being planned with meticulous care, with a video tribute that will highlight Lee's greatest moments on the field and his quiet strength off it. The moment of silence, expected to be one of the most powerful in recent NFL history, will give fans a chance to reflect on what Lee meant to them and to the team. And as the season progresses, every game will carry an added layer of meaning, a reminder that the Cowboys are playing for something bigger than themselves. For now, Cowboys Nation is grieving, but they are not grieving alone. The outpouring of support from across the NFL from players, coaches, fans, and even rival superstars like Patrick Mahomes has shown that the Cowboys remain a central pillar of the sport. Cian Lee, with his quiet strength and unyielding commitment, was a symbol of that enduring legacy. His passing leaves a hole in the hearts of many, but it also leaves behind a challenge to honor the star by playing, living, and leading the way he did. As Emmitt Smith said, it's now the team's turn to carry the burden of greatness. And if the response to this moment is any indication, Cowboys Nation is ready to answer that call.